Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Another beautiful day here in South Alabama. Man, had blue skies yesterday. It was 65 degrees, was able to get outside and get about 30 minutes of sun. Just really enough to tease me and make me think, oh my God, my skin is craving a little bit of this good vitamin D. It's a little bit cold. It's about 10 degrees colder today, so I doubt I'm going to be out there, although I might get my shirt off and go for a little bit of walk, maybe moving a little bit. I can take it. Today I want to talk about what to know before starting a raw food diet. Kind of some important things that you might make the anxiety of it, the ease of it a little bit, anxiety a little bit less, ease of it a little bit better if you know beforehand. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button now, and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll always know when I have new content, which is basically every day, and you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, this one is one, like I say, it's just always, I'm trying to think of little tips, little hacks, little small things that might kind of fill in the gaps, like on some of the questions that I have, that I had in the beginning, and you know, that I see other people kind of dealing with along the way. One thing I should really stress before even getting started here is the name of the game is you got to have patience. You really have to have patience. There is going to be an adjustment when switching to this lifestyle. I mean, it's just like, you know, the eyes roll. I do the palm plant. Every time I see online somebody, well, I've been doing this raw thing for 2 weeks now, and I haven't lost any weight. My skin isn't completely clear. I'm not buzzing with energy. It's going to take some time. You can't expect to, how long did you eat a standard American diet, or how long did you eat foods that really weren't serving to the body, you know, other things. What other things have you done? If you were like me, were any alcohol, any drugs involved? What's your environment like? You can't expect to go from a lifetime of living one way and within a couple of weeks or even a few weeks or maybe even a couple of months expect everything just to be night and day. Now you will notice improvements. You will notice things from the beginning. And everybody's mileage is going to differ on this. This is very individual. Some people just like take right to this diet, take to the lifestyle, and you know, they never miss a beat. It's kind of easy. They just kind of do it and they get there. And some people, it takes them a little bit longer and they have to struggle their way through it. But I think if you know these things, if you know what to expect, it can help you. You know, it can just help some of the stress and some of the mind stuff that goes with doing this, and it can possibly lead, you know, you won't have so many disappointments when you don't see these immediate crazy results. Okay, one thing about this is eating fruits, eating the amount of fruit that we need to eat is going to seem counterintuitive to you in the beginning. It's going to seem awkward to you, and it's going to go against all the programming and things we've learned in our lifetime. You know, almost every time, think about it, anytime you've started a diet, well, diets are for the express purpose of losing weight. But even a lot of times when people decide to do a cleanse, clean up, get their diet a little bit cleaner, anything of improving our health or losing weight has always been about eating less, restricting, watching those calories, not eating so much, portion control. And when you just tell people, you just need to eat as much fruit as you want, stay full on the fruit and on the greens and salads and other raw whole foods, they hear it, but the message doesn't really sink in yet because you have to feel these things, and it doesn't feel right in the beginning. You know, I think back to when if people that are already raw vegan, eating a raw food diet, think back to when you first began this lifestyle. I remember those early days. I remember, you know, like eating 7 bananas in a day and thinking, wow, man, I've never eaten 7 bananas in a day in my life. And that seemed like a lot back then. And when I would see the amounts of food that some of these people were eating, I'm like, well, I don't know about this. I guess whatever for everybody else, I don't see myself ever eating like that. And of course you do, because your body adapts. It gets used to a different way of eating. And a lot of this, and I'm not going to get too technical here because, you know, I'm not Mr. Technical, Mr. Science, and I can't retain a whole lot. I have to rely on notes. But a lot of the bloating, you can a lot of times come into this lifestyle, people are so surprised when they have bloating or just some stomach issues. You're not used to so much fiber. The body needs time, and I'm reading straight from my notes. I'm not trying to fool anybody by looking down. The body does need time to heal and detox because it's not used to dealing with so much fiber. Yeah, you know, depending on how you've been eating, your body hasn't, it's not producing the probiotics in the stomach that it needs to deal with all this fiber. So it might take a little while. It might take a little while to build up that good gut bacteria that can deal with the fiber. But you know, if you're one of the unfortunate ones, well, you just try to kind of deal with it as well as you can. But it will get better. The bloating part will get better. There's just an adjustment period there. Detox. One thing you can do also to help this bloating, and also as I said, as I get into the next little segment there about detox, maybe in the beginning, instead of eating these huge mammoth meals that you see other raw vegans eating, maybe you eat more frequent smaller meals in the beginning, and that can kind of help you to a certain extent. And it can also help with detox as well. Detox is one of those things, people, I don't really remember that stage because I had, you know, I wasn't eating enough back then. So I sometimes wonder, was this detox or was it low blood sugar? I dealt with some low blood sugar issues because I just wasn't eating enough. And every time I went to stand up, until I figured things out, I got to a point where every time I stood up, I had to really hold myself because I'd get lightheaded. But I don't remember a lot of the detox. Detox symptoms can be anywhere from very mild, non-existent, to severe. Headaches. People have reported headaches. Skin can be one of the trickier issues when you switch to this lifestyle. Some people expect all of a sudden, like, you know, and I understand these things. You know, it's easy for me. I don't have the weight to lose. If somebody's 100 pounds overweight, weight is the most prevalent thing on their mind, and they are going to think differently about that than somebody that doesn't deal with that. Same thing with skin. When somebody has really bad skin, it's easy for somebody with clear skin to say, well, it's like this and like this, but there's still that psychology of looking in the mirror and seeing it. So with the skin, especially with some people, the skin's going to get worse. It may take a while to heal that, but just hang in there. Be patient. That skin, you know, the skin is the largest organ on the body. So a lot of times I think when we're seeing that bad skin, and it gets worse, that I hate kind of being that default to, well, that's detox, because you've got the raw vegans that everything is detox. But I think when you're seeing the skin get worse after you've come to this lifestyle, I think that really is true detox. And like I say, the headaches, you know, it can go back and forth. Now, something that I've used just kind of to tame down the energy sometimes, I don't get detox symptoms anymore, but when I've gone on these uber clean spells where I'm just eating, you know, mangoes and papayas and pineapples, a lot of high water content fruit, not including any overt fats for a while, sometimes I have to put the brakes on because my energy just gets crazy out of control. And you can do this with your detox too. The fruit, you know, mono meals, fruit, high water content, the cleaner is going to give you the most detox. So if you need to slow that down a little bit, you add bunches of greens in there to really put on the brakes a little bit. You can, you know, you up that fat a little bit so you can play with it. You know, if the detox becomes too much for you, just pull back on the cleanliness. Just try to stick to, you know, eating whole plant-based foods, but, you know, don't kill yourself with the detox there. And another one of the little last things that's definitely not my expertise, being Mr. Kind of socially inept person that I am, and just not being around people a lot, is possible social repercussions. You know, some people have that. Some people have really supportive people around them. Some people have family, friends, co-workers that are going to bust balls over every, you know, they're going to be at you, they're going to be making jokes, they're going to be making fun, which incidentally don't bother me a bit. I can walk somewhere and people can talk about my food whatever they want to. I'm not thin-skinned. I'm not going to boo-hoo over that. And also kind of sort of part of that is getting those same questions. This is whether you're raw or just vegan in general. Where do you get your protein? Are you going to get any calcium? Do you get this? Do you get that? So if you're one that, you know, if you feel so inclined, go ahead and arm yourself with the answers. You know, whether you have I can go to my Kindle anytime. You know, I can pull up Brenda Davis's book. I can pull up 80-10-10, and I don't have to keep this information in my head, you know, to spit out, okay, where do you get blah, 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 blah. Well, here's what it says, here's what it says, here's what it says. But that's something that you might expect on this lifestyle, is people just asking you these same questions over, oh, is this all you eat? Is this all you can eat? Can you eat this as vegan? Can you eat that? So just be ready to deal with other people as well. But to sum it all up, it's like, it's probably even before, like, I don't want to make it sound like there's going to be all kind of bad stuff and then you got to go through hell to get to, you know, feeling good. Most likely, most people, you're going to feel a lot of benefits right from the beginning. You're going to feel more energy. You know, even though there is the possibility of bloating, I would say a good majority of people are going to see their digestion improve almost immediately. You know, just some of the incidentals, the clarity, just my mood change on this. It's a positive change. It's a positive change. Know that it is a very, you know, going into it, know that you're going to get there. You know, just kind of realize there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're probably going to slip up. You're probably going to fall. You don't need to spend a lot of time, like, you know, whining and crying and, oh my God, I'm a terrible person, I didn't do this and that, and going on and on. Just figure out why, what you did wrong, why you did it, what the triggers were possibly, and just move on and do better each time, because it'll be worth it. I will guarantee you that. These last 6 years, at almost 54 years old, 54 in March, these last 6 years have been the best 6 years of my life. I'll tell you that. Most people wouldn't say that. You know, you would almost think somebody picked their younger years, their 20s, their 30s, or whatever. But these last 6 years, living on this lifestyle, having this clarity, been the best 6 years of my life. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.